FaceTime, you know me well enough to know that. Now, if you can't say that, if you're a schmuck and you've brought them 40 businesses already, then just beg them for 20 minutes. So hopefully you haven't done that, you know. I mean, hey, listen, I mean, we know this business. I know there are people in this business that have joined everything from, you know, this, and they sell soap, and they sell, you know, I'm going to sell this now and sell that now, and then they wonder why their friends and family won't give them 20 minutes of their time. Well, because they don't even want to pick up your call at this point, all right? We call that the NFL, no friends left. You've already burned through, right? No one wants to buy a Dove soap for twice the value that they can get it in Target. Stop trying to shove that stuff down your friend's throat. This, we're actually saving our friends money and helping the environment. So how cool is that? So I want to get 20 minutes of their time, get that commitment. I want to play that video. Again, it engages at minimum 2, but maybe even the 3rd, because they can kind of feel it when they start showing some of the pictures of the kids in Africa and some of the trips, and you start to get and engage and see the lifestyle stuff where you see the trips and the canoes and all the stuff on the video, and so you engage that sense of feeling just as much as you engage the sense of sight. Okay, so they see it, and then they also hear it. So now we could be engaging 3 of their senses. Now remember, anything in sales, right, if you go through any study, the more senses that you can engage in that process, the more you're going to get as far as buy-in, because the brain is going to now see more, and the subconscious mind is going to see more too, because now they're going to start seeing things that they want but they forgot about. And the problem is that for most of us, and most of the people unfortunately that are in this room, you guys have forgotten to dream and think like you did when you were children, when you were kids, when you thought you could have everything. Because what happens is you slowly but surely you grow up, and when you grow up, you get bills, and when you get bills, you get responsibilities, and you get responsibilities, you get a job, and you get a job, you get married, you get all these different things, and you have all these responsibilities and all this stuff, and then slowly but surely you had these dreams, and then one day you wake up, and those dreams, you're not even thinking about those dreams. What you're thinking about is, how do I make it through to the end of the month and still pay my bills? So all you're now focused on is the stress, you're focused on not having enough money, and you're walking around saying, you know, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get by? And guess what? We're going to talk about this in the last hour section. What you focus on, you will get. So if you're focusing on fear, which is really what we're focusing on at that point, you're focusing on fear, guess what? You're going to get exactly what you're focused on. So most people forget about the stuff that they dreamed about. When you show that video, it engaged that sense that, like, man, if I could just have that, look at these people. You know, and that's why when I sat and watched that video yesterday with John, or I don't know, maybe he had to leave, but John, because I know he had to go down to Indiana, but when we watched that video with John, and I'm sitting there watching that, and I mean, I literally was doing jumping jacks in my head because I had that lifestyle. And everybody that's in this room and everybody that gets engaged with this company can also have that lifestyle. All right, so that is very, very real. So I love showing the video because it really engages 3 of those senses.